Coming from three war-stricken nations in East Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan, my family has experienced many difficulties throughout their lifetime. I'm here today to share our experience in the refugee camp Changwali, located in Uganda. So there was wars going on in all of our native countries, so we had nowhere to go and we had to seek refuge elsewhere. As I have grown up these past 12 years, I have been told the same narrative over and over again by my older siblings and my parents of why we came to America, how our journey here, and our adjustment to American life. My mom is from Uganda and my father is from South Sudan, but my father moved to Kampala, Uganda in search for better opportunities and work. And he also was escaping the war in South Sudan at that time. As soon as my dad and mom met, they settled down in Uganda, and they stayed there for 2 years, hoping the warlord Joseph Kony wouldn't, hoping the warlord Joseph Kony wouldn't come across them, who led the Lord's Resistance Army in much of Central Africa and East Africa. This was in about 1994. After I was born in 1996, they began to fill out the papers for our immigration. And in 1997, we were accepted and we moved to Changwali, the refugee camp located in Uganda. But on the way, my brother was born, which caused a lot of problems because we only had 6 papers and we needed 7. So the dilemma here was that we either present them with 7 papers or we don't get to continue our citizenship, or we don't get to continue our immigration to the United States. But I guess they felt generous and they added my brother's name to the papers. So while we were staying in the refugee camp, we discovered that things were not what we expected. Conditions there were just like back home, which would be in the village we were living in before going to the camp. They were either exactly the same, if not worse. Such as there's mosquitoes everywhere, mosquitoes that carried malaria, and that was a huge problem in Africa. Getting malaria would make you more prone to other diseases as well, and they could all kill you, and that's not a good thing when you're making your citizenship to the United States, and they want you to be healthy as well if you're going into the United States. There was dirty water to drink and take a shower with, unclean medical supplies, which makes, because we were less immune to diseases, so unclean medical supplies aren't okay either. There was a lot of gunshots throughout this, not throughout, but near. So throughout the night when we were sleeping, we were fearing our lives. And you had to sleep with one eye open because robbers could come through, gunshots, people can come and raid the camp. Food was rationed. There was not a lot of food. Although it was a United Nations camp, there was not a lot of food to go around. Very limited meat supply. Mostly vegetables, so you would see how our immune system was not strong enough to hold all of that. But yet everyone was quite generous. No one wanted to see another person down, which was a good thing about it. Everyone looked out for each other in this camp. And a year later, we began our journey to America. We went from Kampala, Uganda, to New Amsterdam, Netherlands, Dallas, Texas, to New York, New Jersey, and Fargo, North Dakota. In America, we lived in Fargo, North Dakota for 2 years, 1998 to 2000. While we were staying there, we got help from church organizations, nonprofit organizations, and anyone who wanted to help that was in the community that decided to help us. They helped us with jobs, got us into schools and daycares. Then we moved to Rochester, Minnesota, and we've been living there for 14 years. We had a little bit of trouble getting by, settling down and whatnot. Experienced racial differences throughout the schools. And then in 2009, my mom passed away, so things got harder. And imagine a father of 5 trying to provide for 6 people in the family with no college education and new to a different country. It was harder than usual. Um, but yet we adjusted fine. We grew up, we got jobs, and I'm in college working towards my degree. It just goes to show you how difficult events can shape your whole life and make you into someone or something you never thought you would be.